More than 80% of the land in the South Australian Murray-Darling Basin region is used for producing food and fibre, from lamb, beef, pork, poultry, grains and fruit and vegetables, through to wool, milk, wine and fish. Hi, I'm Sharon Starrick. Welcome to my family farm. Our family has been farming in this area for 5 generations. 2014 is the International Year of Family Farming. Our Natural Resource Management Board wanted to celebrate the contribution that our farming families make to the South Australian Murray-Darling Basin and share with you some of our most successful farming families. These farmers aren't just food producers. They're business women and men, they're teachers in their communities, they're inventors and innovators, and they manage their natural resources. I hope you enjoy hearing about our farming families and join with me in acknowledging the huge contribution that they make to our region and our country. The family you're about to meet has been producing organic fruit in the Riverland for more than 20 years. They have been leaders in organic fruit production and now sell their fruit all around the world. This is their story.
Hi, I'm Howie, and this is my wife Michelle Medhurst and my son Lawrence Howie, and we run Fat Goose Fruits here in Renmark in the Riverland of South Australia. So we've got approximately 20 hectares of irrigated horticulture, predominantly citrus, Valencia oranges, navels, 3 or 4 different varieties of mandarins, grapefruit, both the yellow and the pink varieties. We've also got lemons, limes, we've got some native blood limes, and we've also got a handful of persimmons, and we've also got some avocado trees as well. My family originally came to Renmark in the 1890s, very soon after the irrigation settlement at Renmark was established, and so it's the first irrigation settlement in Australia. My grandfather and my grandmother built the house behind us, and they originally had mostly dried fruit, dried pears, dried sultanas. After the Second World War, my father sort of ventured more into citrus growing, and we've been citrus growers pretty well ever since then. In fact, we still have some of those same trees that my father planted in about 1947. Where we are at the moment, the original property was all one very large property, but that has since been divided between one of my father's brothers. My cousin actually runs all the vineyards around us. We've just got this small corner piece for the house, but our main property is actually about 2 kilometres out from us here. I went to school at Renmark West Primary School, just down the road, and then went to school down Adelaide, high school down Adelaide, and on to university and studied agriculture science. Got a job with Department of Agriculture as it was then, and then after that moved to Loxton Research Centre, where I was looking at citrus and water management, mostly to do with salinity. In the meantime, I'd met Michelle down in Adelaide, and I had then decided to come back onto the family property here and give Dad a bit of a break. But beforehand we decided to go overseas and spend a bit of time in Europe and India, and it was there that we saw that things were starting to change in agriculture and what consumers wanted in Europe. Particularly, there was a move towards consumers desiring chemical-free produce, and so we came back with ideas, lots of ideas, and sort of started to try and convince our family that it was a good idea to convert some of the property to organic. In about 1994 we started converting some of the property to organic, and this property here was the original bit that we converted.
I guess we didn't want to use poisons ourselves, so we didn't want employees to use them for us, and we just felt that it was worth a try. It was worth trying to have our food cleaner.
Yeah. When I came back onto the property, I mean, we were using insecticides on the citrus for problems which were very cosmetic. So the fruit itself was fine, but there was a bit of scarring caused by the insect damage, and that problem was just getting worse and worse, and that was despite us using insecticides. So we thought, well, how about experimenting with not spraying and going the whole hog, converting to organic, finding that niche market. We've gradually been expanding our organic area ever since. And I guess it's kind of our philosophy was that, you know, why not try and encourage life rather than, you know, kill it. So the opposite is to try and encourage more life into your property and still achieve the desired outcomes. And it's amazing what just 20 trees can do. And we actually, for several years, we had a currawong nesting up in that red gum tree. I guess on our own property, we've been interested in, I guess, encouraging biodiversity as much as possible into the property. I mean, it is still a production system, but there is room there for other animals and birds and plants and all sorts of things to inhabit the place as well. So we've actually planted hundreds and hundreds of native trees, mostly locally native trees, into the orchard. Areas which were frost pockets, which were not particularly productive, we removed during the drought and have since replanted that to a lot of native vegetation. We've also planted a lot of windbreaks, which also doubles as a habitat. And we're actually also experimenting with incorporating native trees actually within the orchard itself. So yeah, and across here then we've got the experiment with the river Kuba, looking at having that canopy above the level of the mandarins, the amigo mandarins, which are a bit susceptible to sunburn. So one of the reasons for the Kubas being there is to protect the mandarins from sunburn, but also habitat, also nutrient cycling in the soil improvement, and making the place look a bit nicer. Our production cycle here at Fat Goose Fruits pretty well runs almost 12 months of the year. We've got navel season starts usually late May. Soon after that the mandarins and the lemons and the grapefruit start. The navels will go right through until probably September, October, and at that stage the Valencias will start kicking in. Valencias have a very long season, and we will be packing Valencias probably right up until April. It's almost 12 months of the year that we're actually picking and packing something, which is quite good for the employees, because they realise that it's not just a seasonal job for them, there's actually work for them pretty well all year round.
Yeah, we're here at the Wavell Farmers Market this morning, and yeah, this is my weekend job. I do it while I'm studying at uni, so it's an early Sunday morning, coming out and selling our fruit, which is, yeah, all a bit of fun.
Well, I'd like to eat one too.
We've got Steve here who is running the show. He picks it up, all the fruit up. Dad sends it down. Steve picks it up and manages it all here. And Henry, his son, and I come and help him out. Try and sell some fruit for him. Yeah, so I'm studying architectural engineering in my final year, looking for a job at the moment. But yeah, there's always the farm to go back to if I need it. And so I'm an only child, so there's a bit of pressure put on by myself, not so much by mum and dad. They're always sort of, they don't put any pressure on me, everything, but it's a great place to go back to. Sort of every holidays when I go back, I absolutely love being back on the farm. So yeah, it's always there, and I'd like to take over eventually, but I think Dad's still doing pretty well at the moment, and yeah, he's got it all under control.
I would like to expand the grazing side of things, and I think for various reasons, one being to help keep our weeds under control a bit more easily.
Naturally.
Yeah, a bit more naturally as well. And also I think grazing animals do have a role in soil enhancement. Plus it could also provide an opportunity for another small enterprise. And so I guess what we are about is, I guess, having diverse range of activities and which can potentially buffer any ups and downs that the market may hold.
We have lots and lots of ideas and lots of things that we could do given more hands, really. So whilst farming is still interesting, I guess we continue doing it. And if there were more hours in the day, we could do more things and achieve more things.
It is a bit unfortunate sometimes when I guess forces dictate that we should get big or get out, and I don't believe that. I think the family farm, I guess, has the opportunity to adapt and be flexible and try new things and utilise the landscape to its maximum, whereas a big corporate will tend to always want to go for a monocultural system which doesn't really take into account the landscape as easily, is not adaptable like that. So for maximum utilisation of the landscape, those small operations are very valuable.
Thank you to the Howie family for sharing their story. Watch out for other stories about family farms on our website, and check out the International Year of Family Farming and how the world recognises the contribution that farming families make all around the world.